Hi, I'm Glenn Blair. Welcome to A Geezer's Perspective, a device I've created to allow me to talk about myself under the guise of offering useful perspectives from Geezerland. I went to a lunch program at our local senior center recently and sat at a table with a number of interesting people, including a very, very talkative woman. She was articulate, had total recall of everything she'd seen and done, and while she was describing in minute detail her favorite recipe, another woman interrupted and asked, "Well, what's your favorite meal? What would you choose for a final meal before an execution?" Well, the gal answered without missing a beat. "No special meal, just a huge tray of desserts. I'd eat myself to death, avoid the execution, and die happy." I chimed in and said, "Well, my final meal would be Mom's meatloaf." Everyone nodded. Seemed like a solid choice. But I went on to say that it would be impossible to find because no one could make meatloaf the way Mom made it. I remember once years ago when my mother came up from Florida to visit, my wife had been trying to make Mom's meatloaf and had been told by her that it's just on the recipe on the back of the Quaker Oats box. So my wife said, "Well, maybe while you're here, I could watch you make it." She agreed, and my wife and I watched over her shoulder as she prepared it. It's pretty straightforward, but what Mom was doing didn't resemble the Quaker Oats box recipe at all. She was pulling random things out of the cupboard, tossing this and that into the mix. My wife whispered, "There's no way this is the recipe." Finally, the meatloaf came out of the oven. It looked beautiful. Perfect, I thought. Oh my goodness, finally, Mom's meatloaf. I took a bite, thought about it for a moment and said, "Mom, this isn't Mom's meatloaf." Well, what happened over the years? Somehow in my mind, I built it up, I guess. I didn't realize that memory could actually change the way things taste, but it can. Even Mom couldn't make Mom's meatloaf, not the one I had in my head. So what's the lesson? Well, to me, it's this. The passage of time shapes everything. There really is no way to recall any moment from our past in perfect detail because it's always colored by what came after. It's wonderful to have great memories, even if they're not entirely accurate. And since we can't do much about tomorrow and can't recreate yesterday, the only thing we truly have is today. Some wise persons said, "We're never going to be younger than we are right now. For many of us, we're never going to be healthier than we are today. And we'll never have quite the same beautiful group of friends that we still have." So we need to take advantage of today by not spending too much time trying to recreate a memory, which we can't. All we have is now. And that's not just some bumper sticker wisdom, it's the truth. Yesterday is a story we keep retelling and rewriting in our heads, and tomorrow is just a vision, a hopeful one, but with no guarantee that it ever gets accomplished. So whether it is a tray of desserts for the future or a memory of Mom's meatloaf, the only thing on the menu is today.